Hi, this is Lucy, your clarity coach, and this is Tuesday Talks at 3. Welcome to episode 3 of the procrastination intervention series. Procrastination can hinder both your personal and your professional growth. This is a fact. And procrastination is a dream killer. That's another fact. Well, I've got 4 episodes lined up for you that are going to help you in this procrastination intervention series. And we already started with the personal triggers. And in the personal triggers, we were identifying these triggers and exploring the reasons as to why we procrastinate, I beg your pardon. And we looked for patterns. Patterns are important because then we can understand the whys and the wherefores. We then looked at the emotions that come with procrastination, because emotions are states, and these are states that define wherever it is that we are, how we are going to move on, what we're going to do, what we're thinking, what we are saying. And being able to just move from one emotional state to another is something that is akin to a superpower that we need to learn to have. We then looked at self-compassion. And we define self-compassion as to applying it to self, understanding what we're going through and being kind to self, being moved to do something for self so that we can experience compassion. That was the first one. That was on personal triggers. And today we are looking at something different that is a build up from that, because from personal triggers, we went on to power techniques. We took the facts that now we had on the table, and we asked ourselves then, how are we able to work this? We needed a time management tool. And there I shared with you 2 power techniques, which then we build up from there and we move on to focus. Now that we know what those patterns are, now that we have given it our time blocks in a day of how we can manage it, we are ready now to pounce on to how do we stay focused so that we don't get distracted, so that we just don't fall for any other plan along the way other than this one that needs to get done. However, procrastination is in the way. So today it's all about enhanced focus. We want to develop habits that are going to help us be focused, disciplined, and remain motivated, which is very key. We don't want that to fizzle out. We then move on to the next episode, which will be on growth mindset. And growth mindset would then determine, now that we know what we are doing, now that we know what we should not do, and in the times we should be doing everything, and being able to stay focused, we have to cultivate a positive mindset. Because usually things do fizzle out after a while. When you've done it once or twice, you start to question the relevance, the value. Why am I continuing with this? And procrastination will come back again into that one place that you had managed to maneuver around it and get whatever it is you wanted done, achieved, completed. Well, today's question is very simple. What habits do you wish you had when it comes to getting your goals in motion? What habits do you wish you had when it comes to getting your goals into motion? And I'd love for you to share with me here on the thread. Welcome, Char. Is it Charles Munyao? Welcome, Charles Munyao. Great to see you here. Today we are talking about enhanced focus. It is the 3rd episode of procrastination intervention series. So are you procrastinating? And what kind of help are you looking for? Maybe you can also drop that for me in the chat, and I'll be able to sample your answers and see how best we can work on this together. And if you do wish to come with me here live and just share that one habit that you wish you had when it came to getting your goals into motion, I'd be very happy to have you here with me, and we can chat about it and see how far it takes us. Peto, welcome. It's good to see you. So let us look at 3 specific areas when it comes to procrastination intervention on matters enhanced focus. It is said that if you focus on problems, that's what you're going to get. And if you focus on solutions, that's what you're going to get. It is also true, and it is said, that where your focus is, your energy goes. And that is going to tame procrastination. Today I've got 3 areas of interest that I would like us to consider together. Areas that I have used in my life, interacted with them with success, and it is continuous. And the first one is a distraction-free environment. Exactly as you hear me say that, it needs to be distraction-free. But what we are bringing in is the element of control. We want to be able to have a sense of control on our environments, and this is within our control. It's as long as we are self-aware and we know what we're looking for, that then we can lend that focus to it. We want to have enhanced focus. So creating an environment-free area nudges you towards productivity. Because if their distractions are limited, that increases your level of productivity. It even goes further to say your efficiency and your effectiveness then grows. And I'm sure Charles and Petal, you will agree with me that this can be a game changer. And this is a game changer in areas of beating procrastination. Because if I'm able to control my environment, whatever that means for each one of us would be different, then I should be able to beat procrastination, because then I have a system in a tidy environment, in an environment that's put together, not in an environment where I have chaos, in an environment where things are not clear. So having clarity is key. So take a moment. I'd just like you to take a moment right now and think about what is it that usually pulls your attention away from the task at hand. What is it? Is it that buzzing phone, perhaps? You're doing something and then you get distracted by your phone. It's buzzing. Or is it that unmade bed? Yes, sounds very simple, but yes. Is it that unmade bed? So it's there in the back of your mind. You're thinking, I haven't done this, I haven't done this, I haven't done this. It then becomes the perfect excuse to walk away from the task at hand and go and make your bed. Is it that? Or is it perhaps a desk drowning in clutter? Again, it's a perfect excuse to walk away from a task that you're having challenges with, that needs to get done. Maybe you don't like what you're about to do, and you leave it there so that you can go and tidy up your clutter, your desk, your living room, your office. Just think about what is it for you, and you could drop it here in the thread and just say to me, this is the one thing that distracts me from getting things done. Don't overthink it. Think of the simplest thing. And I recommend that you start by tackling these distractions head on. You may ask me, Lucy, how is the making of a bed so pivotal when it comes to having control of an environment? Well, intentionally making your bed already says to your mind that you're starting the day with order. Because as you hop off that bed, you've actually just walked away from this area that you had spent the last few hours sleeping. If you organize that and you give it the meaning that this means my day has started, that's a jump start, and that keeps you focused and motivated on the day ahead, because you know that one task that sets you off, just like the way the runners have the gun that goes off and then we start running. You have actually fired off that shot by making that bed. Do not underestimate what that tells your brain. It actually goes ahead to tell your brain, we are ready for the day. What next? Can we start running with this? And you are ready, you are primed. So start by tackling these distractions head on. Turn off those notifications. And you may argue and say to me, but Lucy, I need these notifications. I've put them in there to help me remember things, and this is perfect. But when you're working out on a project or something that you are trying to complete, the distractions that are coming from the buzzing of that phone are not welcome at that moment. It has its time. So you've already put in a reminder on your phone that this is when you are doing the project. So this time block, as I have shared in our last episode has got to be specific for the task at hand. There should be no other notifications that have been lined up or scheduled for that time. Make it clear in your mind so you're not sending conflicting messages, so that procrastination then is not the reason that you have stopped doing something. By making these small incremental adjustments, you set the stage for uninterrupted focus. And when you have an interrupted focus, as I said before, this just nudges you towards productivity, efficiency, effectiveness, and that feeling of I did it, I have completed this task, I am now waiting for the next thing, is such a fulfilling one that it also enhances your motivation. And this is something you want to be using so that your brain can register that in this distraction-free environment, this is where I thrive. So why not give it a try now as we are speaking? Create a space that supports your goals and watch how your productivity will soar. And that is the first one. The second one we're going on to is routine and structure. This is a big one for me. I am very structured, and I share this with you because it is a personal experience and it has helped me. This particular tool has helped me. The discussion is out there with you, and I'd love to hear back from you. What for you is the importance of routine and structure? For me, it does a lot. It allows me to be able to work my day through and know what I have completed and what I haven't. And I know whether I can delegate, whether I can schedule, whether I can delete it altogether because perhaps it was not honoring my bigger goal of the day, of the week, of the month, of that season. You see, having a daily routine isn't just about structure. It's about setting yourself up for success. So this is why I use routine and structure. Yes, it allows me to think of this bigger picture, this bigger plan that I have. So I have my vision, or I have my purpose, or I have my mission. And then I've broken it down into achievable goals or tasks. And these are the things then that I go ahead and I diarize. So some people have got a to-do list, and some people have got the prompts on their phones that we were just talking about that are put at the right time. There's a time for the prompts to go off. And I find that successful people have got this kind of routine. So ask me how. How does this work then, Lucy? How then do I make it realistic for me in my life? I would suggest that you weave habits into your morning that boost your focus and motivation. We talked about making your bed. That is something small and simple, easy. In a few minutes, you've already spread out your bed. Maybe that doesn't do it for you. It could be your prayer, the prayers that you do in the morning, your prayer regime, or it could be your workout in the morning, or it could be that one phone call that you make to check in on family. Just weaving these habits into your morning can boost your focus. Be intentional. Say, this is what I do in the mornings, and therefore your mind knows, okay, I have done 1, 2, 3, I'm ready for the day. So is it you brushing your teeth? Is it you having your breakfast? Is it you checking the news to see what has happened? Your brain then says, we are done now, we are done here, we need to move forward. And therefore you're focused. You feel that that's an enhanced state of your mind. You are motivated. And you find that the discipline that comes with the routine and structure helps you to get things done. So set yourself up for success and ensure that you do these things one after the other in whatever progression that works for you. So whether it's a meditative state that you want, a gym workout, whether it is having your breakfast, brushing your teeth, making your bed, catching up with the news, do it. Make sure that it is a routine. You have a few minutes in the morning, and this already boosts your focus and motivation. And you have laid the groundwork for a disciplined day. Try it. And I can assure you, you will find success. So are you ready to transform your day? This comes from you. Is this something of interest? It's something that you can use. If you're not starting today, then start tomorrow. It's better to start today. But perhaps you would like to start tomorrow with just one small habit. Just one small habit with your goals. Take your bigger plan, break them down into smaller goals, and start forming a habit. I have created a habit of walking when it comes to my self-care. So I've started off with a day 21 walking so that I can get back into the rhythm of walking. And walking does a lot for my well-being, for my physicality, for my mind. It actually opens up clarity in my head. Maybe you are in that situation. You're just feeling that need to have clarity. So start maybe tomorrow if you were unable to do it today, since the day has already come to an end, with small habits that align to your goal. It's the first step towards a more focused and motivated you. Well, the question for today is, what habits do you wish you had when it comes to getting your goals in motion? And Waringa, great to see you here. Welcome. We are now on the third topic of interest, I beg your pardon. We are on the third one, and that is celebrating milestones. I absolutely love this one. And I believe that rewarding yourself with every milestone is a great motivator. It's an intrinsic motivator. It is you doing it for yourself. It is you self-validating yourself, as opposed to waiting for others to say well done first, waiting for others to come and build you up first. You need to pour from that cup. So this is all about self-validation when it comes to celebrating milestones. You know the journey. You know the part where you came with uncertainty, and then you came up with a game plan, and then you broke it down, and then you applied yourself every day, and here you are successful in this one milestone, because you asked yourself, what does success look like? And you defined your success. So why are you not celebrating those small milestones? As you celebrate them, it helps you to get to the next one, and you move faster. You see, feeling motivated can sometimes feel like a roller coaster trip or a roller coaster ride. You can't seem to get on, and that is because you have not formed a habit. Or once you formed the habit and you're on it, you can't seem to get off. So whichever way, you do feel impelled or compelled to do something. So if you're beating yourself up because of one thing or the other, stop and look at milestones. Put in milestones and choose to celebrate yourself. Because recognizing your own progress can help smooth that roller coaster ride. It helps you to feel motivated. And one way that has worked for me is setting clear, achievable milestones on every task that I have. At times I forget, but then I'm reminded that I need to get back onto this proverbial horse. And it's easy for me to get back onto it. Life happens. And at times you just drop the momentum. And that's what I did with my walking. So now I came back onto the proverbial horse, and I'm on day 18 today. I've got a couple more days to get to day 21, where I walk every day for a minimum 45 minutes. So do you know what's going to happen on day 22? My body is going to automatically go into that mode of, we haven't walked, or we need to walk, or what are we wearing today to walk, or where are we walking to? Because I will have formed a habit, and I want this for you also. So consider setting clear and achievable milestones for each task that you have, is my advice to you. And then when you hit one of these targets or these milestones, celebrate. And your celebration does not need to be a grand gesture. Even taking a moment to enjoy your success over your favorite beverage, your favorite drink, or maybe just a short break, you take 5, is a perfect way to reward yourself. Because then you know, I'm sitting down here with my cup of tea, and I'm celebrating the fact that today I have run a successful Tuesday talk. And there, I have celebrated a success right there and then in front of you. So it does not need to be a grand gesture. It does not need to be a gesture that is financially crippling or time crippling. It's in that instant. Your brain then ties that up in one chapter and it's ready to move on to the next because it is motivated. You see, this practice of acknowledging fuels your drive to keep moving forward. It's those small incremental steps that keep us waking up and staying motivated. So why not set your first milestone today? Why not set it today? And if you've set it before, why not look for the silver lining of your success and celebrate it here and now? If it means you're just going to take a moment and maybe stand on your balcony and just breathe in the fresh air, take a moment to pause. And that is you celebrating a milestone. That's you. Somebody else will celebrate it differently. Maybe by picking up the phone and calling a loved one and just connecting at that moment. But choose what celebrating a milestone looks like for you and apply it. Practice it right here and now. So rewarding yourself is a powerful way to stay motivated and acknowledging this hard work that you have put into it. Only you know what work you have put into this. Well, in conclusion, the question today was, what habits do you wish you had when it comes to getting your goals in motion? And we touched on controlling your environment and having a routine that works for you. So, to stave off procrastination and elevate your productivity and stay focused, and hence we have an enhanced focus, we have an enhanced discipline, we have an enhanced motivation. We must optimize our environment. That means gain control of your environment. Tidy up where you need to. Turn off that phone where you need to. But do something so that it brings a sense of control back to your environment. If there's a lot of noise, quieten down the noise so that you can finish your task. The other one was to build a routine, a structured routine that brings upon discipline, which is very key if you need to finish your task over and over again. The success of that enhanced focus will help you have that urge to start another project. You won't be feeling, oh no, another project. I'm already feeling drained. You'll remember that you were so focused and it was clear and what you managed to accomplish. And of course, by rewarding yourself, you are able to appreciate the hard work that you have put in. These 3 strategies I shared with you are practical steps towards achieving greater discipline and motivation in your daily life. And I'd like to know which one of these has really resonated with you. And if you could just share with me in the thread, I'll be so happy to read from you. I never leave you without takeaways. The 3 takeaways for today towards enhanced focus is make your environment conducive to your task, to your project. Number 2, form a habit. Start today. 21 days are achievable when it comes to forming a habit. It is long lasting and sustainable after that. And number 3, acknowledge your achievements. Thank you so much for joining me on this 3rd episode on our procrastination intervention series. Today we're talking about enhanced focus. The recording of this session will be up on my YouTube page, which is LMC Consultancy, by this evening. Our social media platforms continue to educate and inspire you. Find us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok as Lucy_your clarity coach. Find us on LinkedIn and on other packages which we have for you, like the link tree itself. Find us there as Lucy Macridis. Envision You was an amazing vision board party which we had over the weekend. Great success, and participants were sharing their dreams and aspirations and putting them together on paper, and already they have started their 21-day habits and realizing their vision board. If you wish to have a vision board party, you know where to find me. Just drop me a direct message on my social media and I will come back to you. It is the month of love. It still is the month of love, and it is a leap year. Well, that equals to 1 extra day for love. Look out for our special offer, which is a one-time offer on Thursday, February the 29th. Hashtag will be sharing mapenzi and hashtag the love of my life. Let us help build one another. Until then, be kind to yourselves.